Okay, hello, welcome to our group presentation on the book Atomic Habits. I'm Julia Jamieson.
I'm Jacob Jahreis.
I'm Olivia Hanze.
Viet.
And I'm Summerhead.
So, Atomic Habits is a New York Times best-selling guide written by James Clear that shows people how to create new habits and break old ones. It uses the four main laws, or four main steps of a cue, craving, reward, and response. So you're going to see that a lot as an outline today for how we were able to establish new habits.
One of the key points James Clear makes is that small habits bring great change. He compares habits to an atom. Habits are like atoms, and each one is a fundamental unit that contributes to our overall improvement. A small change made every day compounds into a meaningful result as these individual pieces build the foundations of our greater lives. He also stresses to build identity-based habits. Your actions overall communicate who you are, and what you do every day reflects your identity. You want to shape your beliefs to reach your goals and internally look to see what you want to reflect through your action. For example, I would ask myself, I want to be an organized person, for example. So I'd follow a calendar, have a strict to-do list, overall build those habits to reflect the person I want to be. And every action is a step towards being the person who you want to be and a better version of yourself. He also emphasizes building a strong system. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So you want to focus on the long-term overall, not just a specific goal, because if you hit a benchmark and then fall off, there's no real satisfaction or progress there. You want to continually working to sustain progress for an overall improvement throughout your life.
So the most important takeaways for the book are the 4 laws for creating a good habit. And the first law is to make the habit obvious. Write it down or set reminders on your phone to make it as obvious to you as possible so you don't forget. Make a schedule to plan when and what days you will do this habit. You can also habit stack, which is where you take a pre-existing habit, which is where you follow a habit with your new habit. You can also prime your environment so that's easier for you to remember to do your habit. And the next law is to make it attractive. You can do this with temptation bundling, where you pair a habit you really want to do with one you need to do. You can also join a culture or club or surround yourself with people who will encourage this habit. You can also create a motivation ritual where you do something that rewards you after you do the habit. And the next law is to make it easy. Make it as simple as possible for you to do in the beginning. You can do this by decreasing the amount of steps between you and the habit. You can prime your environment to make it easier for you to do your habit by making sure there's nothing going to distract you or deter you from it. Try to master the small moments. Don't try to do everything at once. You can try to apply this with the 2-minute rule, or just try to do a habit for a short amount of time at first before doing it for longer. If you're trying to read more, maybe read only 2 pages a day and then slowly work your way up from there. The final law is to make it satisfying. Give yourself a reward after you complete the habit. Look at the benefits of your habit instead of how hard it may be. And use a habit tracker to track your progress and see how much you've progressed over time. Try not to miss your habit twice. If you forget once, make sure to do it the next time. It's easier to fall back into habits if you don't consistently try to keep your new ones.
James Clear's outline for breaking a bad habit is actually the inverse of creating a good one. So instead of making it visible, you're going to try and make it invisible. You're going to reduce your exposure to the bad habits. Second step would be to make it unattractive. You want to highlight the benefits of not participating and highlight the cost of participating to make it mentally that you do not want to do this habit. The third step would be to make it difficult. What obstacles can you put in between you and the bad habit? Using it could be a commitment device, it could be a phone, it could be a fence. And the fourth one is make it unsatisfying. This could be getting an accountability partner, someone to hold you accountable. It could be creating a habit contract where you highlight the painful cost of breaking a habit.
So for my new habit, I was going to the gym. I went to the gym 3 times a week at a certain time each time I went on certain days. And I'd go at the same time on the same day every week. And I journaled my progress in a notes app to help motivate me. And I also had a partner motivating me and reminding me to go work out each night that I had to go to the gym that I scheduled for. And for breaking an old habit, I had to try to not use my phone in the morning when I woke up because I would always wake up and then immediately go on my phone and scroll through things. So I tried putting my phone in different areas at night before I slept. And I also tried shutting my phone off before sleeping. And in the mornings, I tried to stay out of bed every time after grabbing my phone. So I didn't go back into bed right after. You're
My
muted.
new habit, similar to Olivia, was also going to the gym. I wanted to lift weights 6 days a week with one rest day. I wanted to do a core workout 4 days a week. And I also wanted to include a protein shake every day after my workout. This was a habit that I had a year ago. I participated very consistently and I kind of lost it. So I wanted to get that back. And I feel really great about what I was able to accomplish. And the habit I wanted to break was I felt like I was eating out way too much. It was getting expensive. It was honestly unhealthy. So my solution was to plan a 7 day meal plan and just go to the grocery store, buy some ingredients, and learn how to cook because this is something I'd never had a lot of experience in. And honestly, I didn't do it every day, but I feel like I'm definitely making progress, and I feel like I'm a lot better than I was before I started this.
The new healthy habit I sought to build was gratitude journaling, as I'd noticed my mindset was often very negative and I would ruminate on the more negative moments of my day. So I saw it every night before I went to bed to write down 3 things I was grateful for and also 3 good moments of my day. After journaling for a couple of weeks, I found that I was a lot more focusing on those positive moments of my day and thinking back to those throughout my life. I found it was really beneficial for me for my mental health. And as for breaking the old habit, it was a similar stance where I wanted to get more sleep to help my mental health as well as improve the overall quality of my sleep and health of my life overall. I was typically getting about 5.5 to 6.5 hours of sleep every night. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't getting into the bad habit of falling asleep at random times or staying up very late. So I set that I would go to sleep at 11:30 p.m. and wake up at 6:30 a.m. every day. And I use the sleep tracker on my phone to set up and hold myself accountable.
So for my new habit, I really wanted to work on walking 2 miles every day. So I really tried to focus on James Clear's habits and how to kind of input this into my routine. So I made sure that walking 2 miles was really possible for me. So I've made it to where whether it's walking to and from class, because that's always over 2 miles for me anyways, or days I don't have class, walking to and from my sorority house, or even just on my free time walking around campus, really making sure that I'm reaching these 2 miles on top of going to my Orange Theory workouts every day. It really helped my mental health and made me feel better about myself. And then for my bad habit, I really worked on not staying up late on my phone. So I have a really bad habit of staying up until 1 or 2 in the morning on my phone, which is terrible. I would wake up every morning feeling exhausted and wishing that I got more sleep when I wake up early for class. So I've really worked on setting my phone down at 11 p.m. every night. And this would really help me get 8 hours of sleep a night, which is something that I really prioritize. Like I said, being exhausted all day and going to my classes tired is something that no one likes to do. So this has been really beneficial as well. And I feel like I've been very successful in my new habit, and I still need some work on breaking my old habit, but it's definitely a work in progress.
So my new habit that I was trying to build and obtain was reading every day, specifically on weekdays. I tried to read a little bit out of my books for about 30 minutes at each time for at least 5 times each week. And as time went on, I went more frequently and for longer periods of time. I would do this for about 2 weeks. I think it made my mental health better as a whole, and it would help correlate with James Clear's habit stacking, helping me combat my old bad habit of going on my phone. After I finished reading each book, I would switch around with different genres so I wouldn't get bored, and it would help me keep my habit building successful. My my old habit that I was trying to break was going on my phone. Overall, I wanted to go on my phone less, as I was almost addicted to my phone. I wanted to break this habit as it would ultimately result in less procrastination and also not going on my phone before bed. I would have more time to spend with my friends, girlfriend, and more time to study and do schoolwork. I would plan out a 14-day schedule and stick to it, trying to go on my phone less and less throughout the week. I would use the screen time app to check and improve on sleep to try to get about 8 hours of night rest.
All right, so continuing on, we kind of wanted to relate the summary of the book to our personal experiences. I personally feel like reading James Clear's Atomic Habits made creating my new habit and breaking my bad habit so much easier. And like we've said, we really wanted to work on when creating our new habit, making our habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. So I know for my goal personally, like I said, especially making it easy, I made sure that walking 2 miles a day was something that I definitely could do. It wasn't something that I have to go out of my way to do. And I felt that making it easy was something that really made me want to do it. So I didn't have to go out of my way to do it, whether it's walking to class, walking to my sorority house, something that made it really attractive and easy for me. And then same thing with breaking the bad habits, making it invisible, unattractive, difficult, or unsatisfying. Like Olivia said, for breaking her bad habit, she would set her phone far away from her or places that she wouldn't see it or couldn't reach it. So making it invisible, making it somewhere where she's not staring at it, wanting to continue to do her bad habit is another thing that reading James Clear's book really helped us and gave us kind of methods to work on our goals. So we also have kind of learned that reaching that end result or destination is definitely worth the work and the wait. So working on creating new habits or breaking old ones, it's very small steps every day, and it can almost be discouraging because you're not seeing a change every single day, and you're not seeing like something that's continuing to motivate you. So you really have to work on determination and perseverance, but thinking about that final destination and where you're going is something that's super beneficial. So we really liked the quote, all big things come from small beginnings, and the seed of every habit is a single tiny decision.
So, what did we actually learn from James Clear's Atomic Habits? I think that his book helped us understand the influence of our behaviors and habits on our personalities and lives as a whole. And I think this kind of expands to society as a whole. After reading this book and reflecting on your own habits and lifestyles, it should be able to help you take a step back and examine your overall life decisions and trying to understand that habits are what define you, and building them and breaking bad ones help you improve on your in your life. James Clear's Atomic Habits also taught me how to break free from bad habits and evolve as individuals through different practices and procedures when actually creating the habit. And this demonstrates that even small adjustments in our lives may make a huge difference. So, how can habits be used to impact someone's life? I think before we can talk about habits, how they can be used to impact someone's life, we must discuss about how patience is required as a foundation for all habits and the breaking of bad ones. This is because habits are the compound interest of self-improvement, as James Clears states. Patience and taking the time to enjoy the little things in life are essential to someone's life. It may appear to be a little daunting when you're developing a healthy habit, but it'll pay off in the long term. The same goes for developing smaller and less important habits. It may appear to be a minor hiccup, but in the long run, it will be a massive mountain to scale in someone's life as different things and obstacles get in the way. Remember that your habits are guiding you to success. As James states, if you want better results, forget about setting the goals. Instead, concentrate on your system. This quote is this quote is essential to remember as it can help impact someone's life.
So, kind of after going through this class and reading this book, we all kind of came together and really wanted to inspire others to apply the system. So, we all have really talked about how creating these new habits and breaking the bad ones have really affected our mental health and overall made us happier people. I mean, creating these new good habits and how those good habits affect our lives is something that we feel has been very prevalent. And also breaking the bad habits is something that we've all felt very good about, whether it's a work in progress or whether we've achieved it. Something that has really taken a toll on us, and we really want to inspire others to do this. So we really hope that after watching this, people will read Atomic Habits, because the different strategies and methods that were discussed in it really helped us create these new habits and break the old ones. Considering the 4 laws of behavior and the 4 laws of creating a good habit were extremely helpful and beneficial when we had struggles or doubts. There was things that really kept us on track. So like I said, we really just want to urge others to build new habits and follow the steps and suggestions about creating this new habit, whether it's making it obvious, right, making your new habit attractive, satisfying, or easy. All of those things are really helpful. Same thing with breaking the bad habits and the 4 laws that go with that. We've kind of read how he said a slight change in your daily habits can guide your life to a different destination. So like I kind of said, it may be difficult day by day, not seeing a huge difference, but reaching that destination is something that can overall improve your mental health greatly and make you just so happy. So we really want to encourage you all to understand that creating these new habits and breaking the old ones is so beneficial. So it's been inspiring and eye-opening how this book and this course have affected our lives, and we really just want to encourage others to do the same. And these are our references. So thank you so much for your time and for watching.